What's up, guys? Getting another video to y'all. This is going to be more of an explanation versus a tutorial type deal, but what it's going to be about is hanging your kayak up. Now I hung mine up in this area. This is going to be on my privacy fence in my backyard. I'm in the process of actually taking it down because I got some new hooks, but those are the homemade hooks that I made right there. As you can see, I already took one down, but that's the one that's remaining on the fence. So I figured I'd just go through and explain how I made it, so that way you guys can get an idea if y'all are trying to do it yourselves. Now, just to start into it, you're gonna need two shelf brackets. You're gonna need one full pool noodle, 4 large zip ties, a 5/16 drill bit, and 2 bungees. And also you're gonna need 2 eye bolts, and I'll go through why you need those and where you're gonna put those in a little bit. But for getting started, first thing you're gonna want to do is take your 5/16 drill bit and drill a hole almost at the tip of the shelf bracket. Shelf bracket, just get one. It's large enough. That's gonna be the item number right there. I got mine at Lowe's, so if you want to get the same ones, that's the number. But all you do is drill the hole almost to the tip where it's still on a good meaty part of the shelf bracket. That hole is going to be for your bungee hook to fit through, so it can go through like that. The next thing you're going to want to do is set this aside, and you're going to take your pool noodle. Now for the pool noodle, all you do is lay out your shelf bracket. You're going to measure about where you want your pool noodle. So you're going to want it about right there. You're going to want to leave room in this section of the tip, so that way you can access the hole for the bungee. And then you're going to cut your pool noodle. And then what I did is I went, I guess you could say, under the belly, and I slid it all the way through, so that way it can just slide right on. Pause the video so I can, oh, there we go. I'm doing it with one hand, so bear with me. You're just going to slide that pool noodle on till you get it nice and snug. Then you're going to want to take your zip ties, wrap them around, and zip tie them as tight as you can. And that's going to be your bracket. Next thing you're going to want to do is take your bracket to the area where you're going to want it hanging. In my case, it's my fence. And for these holes, all you need is deck screws. 2.5 to 3 inch deck screws is what I use, because they went into my 4x4. This is going to be it over here. Now you see I got it fastened right here with the screws into my 4x4. This is going to be, it's sitting kind of low because I didn't want my kayak that high, and also the bungees straps are going to go pretty high. The eye bolts, there we go. So what you're going to do, these are the eye bolts I was telling you about. You're going to screw these into your 4x4 also, and as you can tell, you already saw, it's where the hook goes. But for the placement of that, all you're going to want to do is stretch your bungee out about as tight as you can stretch it, and then lean it into the fence. And that's going to be where you're going to want to mark it. And all you do is, once you have that screwed in, you're going to loop your bungee around there. You're going to do the same thing on your other one, and your kayak obviously is going to go right here, and it won't fall out. I've had these in place since I got my kayak, so about 6 or 7 months ago. But just pick a section, and as far as spacing them out, they're gonna vary because each kayak comes in their different sizes. So mine's for a 10-footer, and I want to say I had them about 4 feet apart, maybe 5 feet apart as far as the spacers. But that all changes with your kayak. There's my kayak. It's the Ascend D10T. It works pretty good. I like it. But that's it, guys. I hope that helped you out. Tight lines, guys.